सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। हरिः ओं श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओं. We are in chapter 10 of Bhagavad Gita and we have completed up to Sloka number 18. Up to here, Arjuna was requesting Paramatma to express his Vibhutis, the manifested forms in this world, so that he can meditate upon few things. So all these slokas, they were, mostly the request from Arjuna. Now, from 19th onwards, Paramatma started unfolding his Vibhutis. His Vibhutis are so vast and, infinite in nature. So it is not possible to give the entire gamut of his Vibhutis. What Paramatma says, I will give you only some important one so that you can meditate upon that. So this is what Paramatma wanted to say. So we'll start this from 19th sloka onwards. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Hantate Kathayishyami Divyahyatma Vibhutayaha Pradanyata Kuru Sreshtaha Nasyanto Vistarasya Me. Hantaha, He Kurushreshta, Hanta, Divyaha, Atma Vibhutayaha, Pradanyataha, Te Kathayishyami, Me Vistarasya Hi Antaha Na Asti. Hanta, you said it right. You have, clearly mentioned. Well done, like that. Well said. He Guru Sreshta, me vistarasyaha antaha na asti. For my spread of vibhuti, there is no end. Ki divyaha atma vibhutayaha pradanyataha te kathayishyami. Though they are so vast and wide, very difficult to cover the entire Vibhutis, because they are not one or two, they are infinite in number. So I will give you the most important one so that you can concentrate on those Vibhutis and then you can meditate upon. So Paramatma said, you have expressed properly. You have expressed properly. There is no end to my Vibhutis. Therefore, I will give you the most important and divine Vibhutis so that you can concentrate and meditate upon. So, from sloka number 19 up to 41, Paramatma unfolded his Vibhutis. So, this portion is called Ishvara Vibhuti Jnanam. In the previous portion, it was all the request from Arjuna. So, here Paramatma started. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagavan said like this. Hanta, well said. Atma Vibhutayaha te kathayishyami. Definitely, I will explain all my Vibhutis for your sake. Here, the word Atma doesn't mean Sachidananda Paramatma. Atma has got many meanings. Here we have to take Atma means myself, my own. So Paramatma says, my own Vibhutis I will explain you. What type of vibhutis? Divyaha. Divyaha means extraordinary vibhutis. Here, when we talk of vibhuti, everything is vibhuti. If you are talking, if you are walking, if you are experiencing something very normal, that is also a vibhuti. That you will know when you see a person not capable of doing those things. There are many people who cannot do ordinary things. So when you look at such patients, you understand everything is a vibhuti. So there is a saying in English, I was crying for a pair of shoes until I saw a person without legs. So to have all the limbs intact and healthy itself is a great vibhuti. So it is very difficult to give the entire list because there is no end to it. In Taittiriya Upanishad, we have upasana on every part of the body. Ya evam veda kshema iti vachi yoga kshema iti pranapanayoh karmeti hastayoh gatiriti padayoh vimuktiriti payoh. In Bhruguvali we get this mantra. So even payu is also a point of upasana. We don't like to think of that because it's a point where you get excretion. So everything is a vibhuti. Tasyesha adeso yadetad vidyuto vyadadu tada ityanyamimishada ityadidevam. Kenopanishad. In Kenopanishad, we have upasana and opening the eyes and closing the eyes. So that way in Veda we see that ordinary things we do in the life, on that we have upasanas. That shows everything is Bhagavan's grace. Nothing is our own. We are totally dependent on the Chaitanya Tattva. Pradhanyataha. Therefore, whatever is the most important, I will tell you. Mama vistarasya antaha na asti. There is no end for my vibhutis. They are, they are spreading all 14 lokas. Hey Guru Sreshta, you are the most important one and intelligent one in the entire Kuru Sreshta, in the entire Kuru clan. You are the most important and revered and intelligent one in the entire Kuru clan. So, hey Kuru Sreshta. That is why people, when they are scared, when people are scared, they utter the names of Arjuna. Arjuna, Palguna, Partha, Kiriti, Dhananjaya, like that. They chant louder so that, they can shake off that fear. So, Bhagavan is telling his vibhutis. Bhagavan himself, praised Arjuna as Pandavanam Dhananjaya Asmi. I am very Arjuna in Pandavas. That is what Paramatma mentioned. Now we'll go to the actual Vibhuti portion. Sloka number 20. Ahamatma gudakesa sarvabhutasayastitaha ahamadischa madyancha bhutanamanta evacha. He gudakesa aham sarvabhuta asaya stitaha atma bhutanam adihi cha madhyam cha antaha cha ahameva. Gudakesa, one who controls our indriyas. Hey Arjuna, you have got control on indriyas. Sarva bhutasaya sthitaha. So I reside in every living being. As what? As Atma. Atma Aham. I reside in every human being as Atma. Bhutanam Adihi Madhyam cha Antaha cha Ahameva. For all the living beings, I am the very beginning, I am the very sustainer, I am the final person who resolves them. So I am the Srishti Sthiti Laya. I am the cause for Srishti Sthiti Laya. That is what Paramatma expressed here. Ahameva. Hey Gudakesha, O Arjuna, I reside in all living beings as Atma. I am the very beginning, the very sustainer, and the very resolver of all the living beings. I am the Srishti Sthiti Laya Karaka. So from hereafter, Paramatma is giving the table of Vibhuti. So this goes up to 28th sloka. So initially he talked about Nirguna Parabrahma. This Vibhuti as Nirguna Parabrahma, which is Paramarthika Brahma. That means Suddha Chaitanya, pure consciousness. So this is the very fundamental and the real form of Ishvara. So that very consciousness is the cause, is the substratum for this entire living beings. If there is life in trees, if there is life in animals, if there is life in human beings, it is all because of Chaitanya. Srotrasya srotram manaso manaha. So, if ear is functioning as ear, it is all because of Chaitanya. In Kenopanishad, Bhagavan says, I am the ear of the ear. I pervade the entire ear. I am not the ear, but I pervade the entire ear and I make ear to function as ear. So, the Chaitanya Surupam or Chidrupam. That is why in Lalita Sahasranamam, we have a particular phrase, Satchidananda Rupini. This is what we have in Lalita Sahasranamam. Sat Chit Ananda Swarupam. That is the real Swarupa of Bhagavan. So Paramatma started with that Chaitanya Vibhuti. So we can meditate on the Chaitanya Tattva, because the entire life depends on the Ishvara Vibhuti. So we have to respect our life because it is the blessing of the Chaitanya. So if every being is living, it is only because of Chaitanya. So we cannot do any kind of himsa to any living being. This we must understand. So Bhagavan is there in every living being. So suppose you are hurting some living being, that means you are hurting Bhagavan. So himsa is not at all encouraged in our religion. So Bhagavan is there as the very existence absolute. When you think of Bhagavan as existence absolute, all the nama and rupa, they merge into him. So if you melt all ornaments, all the namas and rupas, they merge into gold. So there is no name and form. So the real form of the entire Jagat is Chaitanyam. When you think of ornaments, they have borrowed existence from gold. If you think of furniture, they have borrowed existence from wood. If you think of earthenware, they have borrowed existence from clay. So, likewise, the entire Jagat borrowed existence from Bhagavan. Bhagavan in Chaitanya Tattvam. Yasyeva spuranam sadatmakam asat kalpardakam bhasate. So, in Dakshinamurti Stotram we have this. So, Bhagavan is there as Chidrupa, also Sadrupa. He is giving Chidrupa Vibhuti and Sadrupa Vibhuti. Both are there. So, as Chaitanya, as existence absolute, if somebody asks, where is he? You cannot give him the answer. You have to question him again, where he is not. In English, we say, I am. That am is nothing but existence. So, whatever we see is all because of existence and consciousness. So, this is the Nirguna Mahima. So, from there, he proceeds to Saguna Mahima. That is from Nirguna Ishvara to Saguna Ishvara, Paramatma is giving all these things. Hey Gudakesa, hey Arjuna, you are the controller, you are the regulator of your own senses. So you are Gudakesa. So this consciousness is not a part, is not a property, nor a product of the body. Consciousness is an independent principle which pervades the entire body and enlivens the body. It makes the body sentient. It makes the inert body sentient. Consciousness is not bounded by the body. It is not only within the contours of the body. It is also outside the body. If the body perishes, consciousness does not perish. Consciousness cannot be felt when the body is not there because there is no medium to reflect consciousness. That doesn't mean consciousness is not there. So, Aham Atma Sarva Bhutasaya Sthitaha. As Atma, I am very much there in every living being. So, this is what we can feel. When we go to the deep sleep, our indriyas resolve, mind resolves, buddhi resolves, then ahankaram, chittam, everything resolves. Then we have the stula sariram resolves, sushma sariram resolves. Yet, we are aware of that deep sleep because after we get up, we recall and we say we had a wonderful sleep. That means there is something beyond this body, beyond the mind, beyond the buddhi. So that Chaitanya is his Vibhuti. Aham adischa madhyancha bhutanam antayevacha. I am the very beginning. I am the sustainer of all living beings. I am Poshaka. I am Pushan. I see that they sustain. Then I also resolve them at the end. So this is what Paramatma said. Because he is the very substratum, if you want the real security, you cannot depend on the local things. You cannot depend on a person, you cannot depend on a place, you cannot depend on an event. There is only one thing which you can depend upon. That is Paramatma, that is Chaitanyam, that is your own real Swarupa. This fundamental truth everybody must understand. So, everything else is fleeting and slippery. Only Bhagavan can give you the real security. So we will proceed to sloka number 21. Adityanam maham Vishnuhu Jyotisham Raviram Suman Marichir Marutam Asmi Nakshatranam Aham Shashi. Adityanam Vishnuhu Aham Jyotisham Amsuman Ravihi Marutam Marichihi Nakshatranam Sasihi cha Ahamashmi. So Adityanam, among Adityas, there are 12 Adityas, among them Vishnuhu Aham, I am Vishnu. Jyotisham, among the brilliant things in this universe, Amsuman Ravihi, I am the Surya Bhagavan with a brilliant sun rays. Marutam Marichihi Ahamasmi. So among Marut Devatas, I am a Devata called Marichi. Nakshatranam Sasi Ahamasmi. Among all brilliant bodies in the universe, I am Shashi. I am the very moon. So among 12 Adityas, I am Vishnu. Among all Jyotis, among all brilliant things, bright and brilliant, I am Surya, sun god. Among all Vayu Devatas, which we mention as Marut Devatas, I am Marichi. Nakshatranam Aham Shashi. That means among nakshatras, I am Shashi. That is moon. So Paramatma is mentioning various things which are visible to us, which are manifested. So these things are really glorious. We all wonder when we look at these things. Paramatma is mentioning all that glorious things you look at is all my glory. It is all my manifestation. It is all my Vibhuti. So we'll see one by one. Adityanam Aham Vishnuhu. So among all Adityas, there are 12 Adityas. So among them, I am Vishnu. These 12 Adityas, they represent 12 months. Each month, sun's brilliance differs. So during summer, it's very close to earth, so it is very bright and brilliant and very, scorching heat he will give. So during winter, he is slightly away from earth. So you get, the chill some days. You get the entire atmosphere is very cold. So like that, 12 months are represented by 12 Adityas. So among the 12 Adityas, Vishnu, I am the Vishnu. So we usually say 33 Devatas. So these 33 Devatas, 12 Adityas, Ekadasa Rudras, Ashtavasus, Indra and Hiranyagarbha. Total 33 Devatas are there. So these Devatas, they receive the oblations in yajnas. So out of these 33 Devatas, first Paramatma is mentioning about Adityas. So among Adityas, I am Vishnu. How Vishnu? Vishnu, Adityas, they are born out of Aditi gave birth to Adityas. Vishnumurti also got birth from Aditi as Vamana. So that is why here it is mentioned that among Adityas, I am Vishnu. Jyotisham Raviram Suman. So among Jyotiswarupas, among the brilliant and bright bodies, I am the very Surya. So in the sky we see lot of stars and the grahas, the planets. So I am the very Surya Bhagavan among this interstellar objects which are bright and brilliant. Rasmimantam samudhyantam devasura namaskrutam. In Sandhya Vandanam, we offer namaskara to Surya Bhagavan. Without Surya Bhagavan, there is no life on the earth. There is no life on the solar system. In Ramayana, Agastya Muni comes to Rama and he initiates Rama with Aditya Hrudayam. Agastya Muni says, if you chant this, you can win over Ravana. So for any victory, for any success, Aditya Hrudayam is very useful. Many people, they chant this regularly, get success in various fields of life. Not only that, Surya Bhagavan is the Pratyaksha Daivam. So he is directly seen by us, his glory is felt by all of us. So among such Surya Bhagavans, among such Adityas, I am Vishnu. Marichihi Marutamasmi. Then there are another type of devatas called Marut devatas. So Marut devatas are 49 in number. They are called Sapta Saptaha. So this Marut means various types of Vayu, various types of breeze. So in English also we get various names. The gale is there, then breeze is there. Like that we have various names. Our Veda divided Vayu Devata into 49 different varieties. Like meteorology, it divides clouds into different number. A surfer on the sea, he always he travels. Traveling on waves is his sport. A surfer. So for him, the waves are he divides waves into different kinds. So likewise, our Shastra divided Vayu Devata into 49 different varieties, 49 different kinds of wind is there. Among them, Marichi. Marichi means the pleasant breeze. So, I am that. Nakshatranam aham shashi. So, during the night, you see bright and brilliant objects in the sky. Among them, I am the Chandra. I am the moon. Now here you may get a doubt. Nakshatranam means stars. Whereas moon is a satellite planet. For Earth, it is not a star. It is not self-luminescent. It borrows brilliance through sun. So how can you call moon as nakshatra? Among nakshatras, here we have to take nakshatrana means during night all brilliant objects. Nakshatrana means not the scientific definition. According to scientific definition, nakshatranam is star. Moon is not a star. Don't take that meaning. You have to take that nakshatrana means it's a brilliant object in the sky during night. So, I am that moon god. So, we'll proceed to Sloka number 22nd. Vedanam samavedosmi devatanam asmi vasavaha indriyanam manaschasmi bhutanam asmi chetana. Vedanam samavedaha aham asmi devanam vasavaha asmi indriyanam manaha asmi bhutanam chetanacha asmi. So, Vedanam, among Vedas, Samavedaha asmi, I am Samaveda. Devanam, among Devatas, Vasavaha asmi. Indriyanam, among Indriyas, Manaha asmi, I am the mind. Bhutanam, Chetana asmi, among Prana Rasi, I am the Chetana Shakti. So, we'll see one after the other. Vedanam Samavedosmi. We have four Vedas. Yajurveda, Rigveda, Atharvana Veda, Samaveda. So all Vedas are great. You cannot say a particular Veda is inferior. No, it is not correct. But among them, he said, I am Samaveda. Why? Because Samaveda is predominantly music oriented. Samaveda is sung. Other Vedas are chanted with swara. There are 3 swaras in other Vedas, whereas all Sapta swaras are there in Samaveda. The entire music has evolved. Entire Indian music has evolved from Samavedam. So that way, Samavedam is very good because it is very melodious to hear. Samaveda is very melodious to hear. So therefore, Vedanam Samavedosmi. Devanam Asmi Vasavaha. Among Devatas, I am Indra. Those who incur lot of punya, they become Devatas. Among Devatas is the Indra Devata, because Indra is the ruler of all Devatas. Devendra is the word we use for Indra. Devendra means Devatanam Indraha. He is the Raja for all Devatas. So, among Devatas, Vasavaha Ahamasmi. I am Indra Devata. He is Adipati for all Devatas. Indriyanam Manaschasmi. Among Indriyas, I am the mind. Indriyas, they are very powerful. Indriyas, they get lured towards a particular thing. The tongue, wants a lot of taste, especially sweets. So if you eat one sweet, it is not enough. You want to eat more and more. So like that, Indriya Nigraham is a very difficult thing. Then behind Indriyas, mind is the boss for all Indriyas. If mind gives permission, then only Indriyas can proceed. Mano Nigraham is very difficult compared to Indriya Nigraham. Indriya Nigraham is called Damaha. Mano Nigraham is called Samaha. Mind being the boss, mind being the controller of Indriyas, Paramatma said, I am mind among all Indriyas. So here, mind is also included in the list of Indriyas. Actually, we use mind as Chatvari Antakarnani. We have 10 Indriyas, Karmendriyas, Jnanendriyas, and 4 Antakarnas. In those 10 Indriyas, mind is not there. But he is taking all these Chatvari Antakarnas also as Indriyas. And then he says, among Indriyas, I am mind. Saya Yeshontar Hrudaya Akashaha tasminnayam purusho manomayah. So, the greatness of manomayam is expressed in Taittiriya. So, mind is main thing for any sadhaka. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandhamokshayoho. Mind is the only thing. So, mind can make you a bandi, a slave, or mind can liberate you. So, I am the mind. Bhutanam asmi chetana. Among all living beings, I am the Chetana Tattva. So, for living beings, this Chetana Tattva is not built in. It is not a part of the body. Body, mind, sense complex is Jadam. It is insentient, inert in nature. But it is acting as Chaitanya. It is, performing all Chetana Kriya. So all this is because of my glory, because I lent my Chaitanyam onto this Jivarasi. So when he is the Chaitanya Shakti, he is present in all living beings. So we have no right to do any kind of himsa to any living being, including plants. One lady comes to Ramana Maharshi and said, I performed a puja with 1 lakh leaves. Then Ramana Maharshi replied, that means you have pinched the plant 1 lakh times. What a himsa it is. So, including plants, every living being deserves to be protected. You should not harm, you should not create any himsa to them. So, this is what we have to understand. Then 23rd sloka. Rudranam Sankarascha Vitteso Yaksha Rakshasam Vasunam Pavakascha Merusikarina. So Rudranam, among this Ekadasa Rudras, among these 11 kinds of Rudras, I am Shankara. First we will say Anvayam. Rudranam Sankaraha Ahamasmi. Yaksha Rakshasam Cha Vittesa Ahamasmi. Vasunam Pavakaha Ahamasmi. Sikarinam Meruhu Cha Ahamasmi. So he gave 4 things. Among Rudras, Ekadasa Rudras are there. So among Ekadasa Rudras, I am that Shankara. Among Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am the richest Kubera. Among Ashtavasus, I am Agni. Among mountains, I am Meru. So we have the 12 Surya Namaskaras. In that we use the names Mitra, Ravi, Surya, Bhanu, Khaga, Pusha, Hiranyagarbha, Marichi, Aditya, Savitra, Arka, Bhaskarebhyo Namo Namaha. This is what we say in Surya Namaskara. So, Rudranam, in the same way there are Ekadasa Rudras. Rudranam Sankaraha Ahamasmi. So, among Ekadasa Rudras I am Shankara. So, among 11 Rudras. So, for these Rudras also there are names like we mentioned now. For Dwadasa Adityas, Shankara, Nilalohita, like that there are 11 names. I am Shankara among 11 Rudras. Usually when they do Abhishekam, they keep 11 Rudras and one Rudra in the center. They keep Shankara in the center and all other Rudras, surrounding Shankara, and they do Abhishekam for Ekadasa Rudra Abhishekam. Sham Mangalam Karoti ti Shankara. Sham means auspicious. One who gives you Mangalam, one who gives you auspiciousness. Such a Devata we call Shankara. Shamno Mitrasyam Varunaha. We chant in Shanti Patam. Sham means Mangalam. Shankara means Mangala Karta. Rutam Dukkam Dravayati iti Rudra. Rudra means one who, evades, one who, sees all our misery, all our pain, all our agony is removed. Vitteso Yaksha Rakshasam. Among Yaksha and Rakshasas, I am Kubera. Yaksha means we have Yaksha, Kinnera, Kimpurusha, Gandharva, like that. There are varieties of devatas. So among all these devatas in Devaloka, Vitteshaha, the richest devata, Kubera, Ahamasmi, I am that. So is the Dhanadipati. So I am that Dhanadipati. Vasunam Pavakaha Ahamasmi. Among all Vasus, Ashtavasus are there. So among all Ashtavasus, so I am Agni. So Agni Devata, I am. So like that, he mentioned a few points. Pavakaha ahamasmi. Pavakaha means Agni. Pavayati iti Pavakaha. One who purifies. Agni purifies many things. So when the doctors sterilize instruments and then they do operation. The sterilizing means they subject them to steam. The sterilization process is purifying. So Agni purifies things. So for gold also, we put that flame and see that all impurities are removed by heating. So Agni is the purifier. In Rigvedam, we have this very first mantra, Agni Mile Purohitam. So Agni is very important. So we have that culture having Deepam in every house. So we pray God and we offer namaskaras to Deepam also. So I am Pavakaha among all Ashtavasus. Meruhu Sikarinamaham. I am Meru Parvatam among all mountains. In Vedas, there is a special Parvatam called Meru Parvatam, which is supposed to be the biggest, and people revere that Meru Parvatam as divine. Meru Parvatam is not seen to the naked eye, but some people say that in Himalaya is Meru Parvatam. Some say it is there on the northern pole. Like that, there are various kinds of explanation for the Meru Parvatam. Some, Shastra says you have to do parikrama to Meru Parvatam. Because it said Meru Parvatam, parikrama to Meru Parvatam, people do parikrama to Himalayas. And there They imagine Himalaya as Meru Parvatam. I am the Meru Shikara among all Parvatas. This is what Paramatma mentioned here. So Paramatma wanted to, give various glorious and divine things in this world. And he mentions, I am that. It is not a limited list, it is an unlimited list. So he is going to unfold more such vibhutis in the next class also. So we will see and enjoy his vibhutis in the coming classes. So the idea of this portion is not simply to listen and forget. Wherever you see such brilliant and divine things mentioned by Bhagavan, you offer your namaskaras mentally. So you can feel his presence. This is a kind of practice. That is why, our people, they offer namaskara to Surya Bhagavan, namaskara to all rivers, namaskara to, certain hills, like, Arunachalam, Himalayam, like that they offer namaskara. So Bhagavan is present predominantly, visibly, he can be felt there. So this is the idea. Om Tat Sat Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudatyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om